according to the statistics, that is nothing but the ratio of all observation in a data set to the total number of observation, where A is nothing but the arithmetic mean, N is nothing but the number of items, and S is nothing but the total sum of the number in the set. When I find the summation of Fi into Di, I'm going to get the answer 73. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my new session on third unit, and the chapter name here is Statistical Method. I'm your Revati ma'am, faculty from the Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So dear student, before going to start my today's session, let me to recall the topic what I have discussed in my last session. So dear student, in my last session, I started with mean of group data. So what is mean of group data? So data are grouped together in the sense whatever the data I'm going to get, that is represented in the form of some range. Now I want to find the average of the data. So that is known as mean of group data. In the sense I'm going to find the average of a given number. Okay, fine. Now let me to tell the different types of method used to find out mean of group data, that is nothing but direct method, assumed method, as well as step deviation method. Direct method in the sense directly I'm going to substitute the formula. Then what about assumed mean? I'm going to assume some mean value. Then what is step deviation? As the name itself indicating that I'm going to consider the height of the data. There's nothing but steps. Okay, so these are the three different types used to find the mean of group data. But in my today's session, I'm going to deal with arithmetic mean. So dear student, you may ask me what is the difference between mean of group data and arithmetic mean. Now, if I consider mean of group data, I'm going to have set of data. In that, I'm going to find out the average. But what about arithmetic mean? For example, if I consider employee salary. Okay, salary is different than group of data. So here, consider according to statistics, the arithmetic mean is nothing but the ratio of all observation. So what is arithmetic mean? According to the statistics, that is nothing but the ratio of all observation in a data set to the total number of observation. For example, if I consider employee salary, okay, see here, employee salary is nothing but the example for arithmetic mean. Now, a lot of time we hear statements like the average family income or the average salary, or we are going to hear the words like average family income, that is rupees 15,000 or about 100 mm of rain every month in a certain area. Okay, average is also referred as arithmetic mean. So here average is nothing but, once again, it's nothing but the arithmetic mean in terms of employee salary, in terms of average of monthly income, etc. So here, what does arithmetic mean? In mathematics, the arithmetic mean is nothing but the average. So in mathematics, what is arithmetic mean? It's nothing but the average. And arithmetic mean is calculated by adding all the numbers in a set of data and dividing by the number of items that is present in that data set. As the result, the middle number itself, the average. So here, as the result, the middle number itself, average. Now, dear student, think that I have the data set 10, 20, 30 and 40. Fine. 10 plus 20, it is 30. 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 40, it is 100. So, 100 divided by 4. 4 2s are 8. Okay, 4 2s are 8. So, 2 is carry. Okay, now it is 20. 4 5s are 20. Okay, now what is the average of this data set? It is nothing but the 25. Now, the arithmetic mean is derived using the mathematical formula given below. So, here A is nothing but arithmetic mean or average. Then what about number? That is nothing but the number of items present. So, number of items or terms being averaged. Then xi or x, value of every single item. So, x is nothing but value of single item. Then what is summation of xi? That is nothing but I want to add all the x values. Now, what's the formula? A equal to 1 by n into summation. It ranges from I equal to 0 to n into xi. So, dear student, here A is nothing but 1 by n into summation of I to n. And I ranges from 0 to n into xi. So, what is summation of xi? In the sense, I want to add x1 plus x2 up to xn. There is nothing but the summation of xi. Okay, fine. Now, where A is nothing but the arithmetic mean, n is nothing but the number of items, and S is nothing but the total sum of the number in the set. So, that is nothing but A equal to S divided by N. So, this is the simplified formula. Now, okay, S is nothing but the total sum. So, dear student, using the formula below, we calculate the arithmetic mean. In the sense, what's the mean? Arithmetic mean, x bar, that's nothing but the mean, equal to sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation. Okay, fine. Let me to consider this example here. Calculate the arithmetic mean of the first 6 odd numbers. So, 1 is odd number, 3 is odd number, 5 is odd number, 7 is odd number, 9 is odd number, and 11 is odd number. Okay. And how many numbers I have? 6. So, what I want to do? I want to add all these values. When I add, I'm going to get the answer 36 divided by 6. So, what's the arithmetic mean here? That's nothing but this 6. Now, we used to find out arithmetic mean. AM is nothing but arithmetic mean for raw data. So, for a raw data, the arithmetic mean is a series of numbers in sum of all the observations are divided by the, that is, number of observation in the series. So, here it ranges from x1 to xn. What is the formula? Mean equal to 1 by n summation I ranges from 1 to n xi. Okay, fine. Now, There are two methods used to find out arithmetic mean for raw data, that is direct method, and another one is shortcut method. So in the direct method, I'm going to substitute the formula directly. Consider this example. The following data represents the number of books issued in a school library on selected from 7 different days. The days are 7, 9, 12, 15, 5, 4 and 11. And I want to find the arithmetic mean. So dear students, see, I'm going to add all the days together, and how many days? 7 days. So 67 divided by 7, the answer is 9. So this is the direct method. Directly I'm going to substitute the values. And if I use shortcut method, see, this is the formula used to find out shortcut method. Okay, so A is nothing but the assumed mean. A is what? Assumed mean or arbitrary value. It ranges from summation I equal to 1 to n di. So here di is nothing but xi minus a. A is nothing but assumed mean or arbitrary value. Okay, whole divided by n. Fine. Now I have the example. A student's marks in subjects are 75, 68, 80, 92 and 56. Now I want to find out average of his marks. Okay, fine. I have the x value. Okay, fine. And I'm going to assume that the average marks is 68. Okay, I'm going to assume that the average marks is nothing but 68. Now I'm going to find out di. So to find out di, what is the formula? Xi minus a. A is nothing but the assumed mean. Okay, so here xi minus 68. That is 75 minus 68. So answer is 7. Okay, fine. Okay, and see here, if I consider 80 minus 68, it is 12. 56 minus 68, it is minus 12. So I'm going to calculate. Fine. And when I add, I'm going to get the answer 31. That's nothing but the summation. Okay, and I'm going to have the shortcut method formula, and I'm going to substitute the value. And when I simplify this value, I'm going to get the answer 74, that is 74.2. Therefore, the arithmetic mean of average marks is nothing but 74.2. Okay, fine. Now, the second method to find arithmetic mean for discrete grouped data. So what is discrete group data? If x1, x2 up to xn are the discrete values with the corresponding frequency, then the mean of discrete group data is calculated by using the direct method, that is mean equal to summation of fi into xi divided by n. And if I go with shortcut method, okay, I'm going to consider the assumed mean, that is a plus summation of fi into di divided by n. So where di is nothing but xi minus a, that's nothing but the assumed mean. So in discrete group data also, I'm going to have direct method and shortcut method. Now consider the example here. See, I have the discrete data set. Number of mistakes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And number of pages 5, 9, 12, 17, 14, 10 and 6. Okay, now I want to find out the arithmetic mean. Okay, see here. How many pages I have? 73 pages. Okay, fine. First, I'm going to apply direct method. This is my discrete data xi. This is nothing but the frequency distribution. And when I multiply, I'm going to get the answer 5, 18, 36 and so on. And summation is nothing but 73 and summation of xi into fi is nothing but 299. So dear student, now I'm going to have the direct arithmetic formula. Okay, and I'm going to substitute the value, and when I simplify, I'm going to get the answer 4.09. So I'm going to get the answer 4.09. Therefore, the mean number of mistakes is 4.09. Now for the same set of data, I'm going to apply shortcut method. Now I have the xi as well as fi. Okay, fine. Then what about assumed mean? So what about assumed mean? What is the a value? So dear student, what is a here? If I consider this frequency, okay, what is the assumed mean? I'm going to take, there is nothing but the 17. Okay, so di equal to xi minus a. So 17 minus 17, 0. Yes or no? Yeah, it is 0. Okay, like this, okay, you have to find out di. Now, see here, I'm going to multiply fi into di. So, fi into di, that's nothing but minus 15. 5 into minus 3, it is minus 15. 9 into minus 2, it is minus 18. 12 into minus 1, it is minus 12. Okay, 6 into 3, it is 18. And when I find the summation of fi into di, I'm going to get the answer 73. Okay, fine. Now, dear student, here the assumed mean is nothing but the 4. Okay, so this 75 comes in xi value 4. So here a is nothing but 17 and which is corresponding to xi value 4, which is corresponding to xi value 4. Therefore, a is nothing but 4 plus summation of fi into di is nothing but 7 divided by n is nothing but total number of frequency, that is 73. Okay, when I simplify this one, I'm going to get the answer 4.09. So what is the arithmetic mean? That is 4.09. So dear student, if I use shortcut method or direct method, I'm going to get the arithmetic mean for both the methods are same. Now dear student, I'm going to have another type used to find out mean value, that is mean for continuous group data. So dear student, to calculate mean for continuous group data, once again I'm going to have the direct method. See here, that is x bar equal to summation fi into xi divided by n, where xi is nothing but the mid class or midpoint of the class interval. And if I consider shortcut method, a is nothing but the assumed mean and c is nothing but the width of the class interval, and fi into di. Di is nothing but xi minus a. Okay. Now, this is the formula used to find out the continuous group data using shortcut method. Okay, fine. Now, let me to consider the example here. I have the data and that ranges from 0 to 8, 8 to 16. Okay, and so on. and I'm going to have number of persons 8, 7, 16, 24, 15, 7. Now I want to find out average income. So dear students, see here, I have the class interval, I have the Fi value as well as Xi value. Okay, and I'm going to find out Fi into Xi. So Fi is nothing but 8. Xi nothing but midpoint. So 0 plus 8, it is 8 by 2. Now 8 plus 16, it is 24 divided by 2. So 4, 12, 20, 28, 36 and 40. And when I add all this value, answer is 77. And when I multiply this to 8 into 4, 32, 7 into 12, 84 and so on. And the summation of Fi into Xi is nothing but 1956. Okay. Now this is the direct method. So 1956 divided by 77, the answer is 25.40. Okay, so dear student, in my today's session, I started with arithmetic mean. Okay, what is arithmetic mean? And the different method is used to find out arithmetic mean of different kinds of data like raw data, group data or discrete data. Along with that, I have discussed what is direct method and what is shortcut method. Anyway, dear student, in my next session, I'm going to deal with geometric mean. Anyway, dear student, let's meet in the next session with the new concept, that is geometric mean. Until that, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.